Hello, Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist and Weston A. Price chapter leader, with you to talk about grains and legumes and how to properly prepare them. The focus of the Western diet on grain-based foods has contributed greatly to an explosion of chronic disease in the past few decades, especially in the very young, in the form of eczema, allergies, diabetes, and other autoimmune ailments. The emphasis of nutritionists to avoid refined grains and to make whole grain foods the basis of one's diet is certainly well-meaning. However, it ignores the fact that traditional societies never ate these foods in the large quantities consumed today, nor were ethnic grain-based foods prepared in modern fashion as quick-rise breads, granolas, pasta, and other rapidly cooked grain dishes. Traditional cuisines and pre-industrialized peoples from around the world took great care to soak or ferment their grains before consuming them as porridges, breads, and casseroles. Prior to the introduction of commercial yeast, used to make bread rise quickly, Americans and Europeans alike made slow rise breads from fermented dough starters, commonly known as sourdough. In Mexico, corn was fermented for a minimum of several days before being made into a flat bread called tortillas. African cultures also soaked corn for addition to soups and stews. Even rice was carefully fermented in some Asian and Latin American cultures before inclusion in ethnic dishes. Science has demonstrated the wisdom of these careful preparation methods, as all grains and legumes contain phytic acid, an organic acid that blocks mineral absorption in the intestinal tract. Phytic acid is neutralized in as little as 7 hours of soaking in water with small amounts of an acidic medium, such as lemon juice or cider vinegar. Soaking also neutralizes enzyme inhibitors present in the hulls of all seeds and adds beneficial enzymes which increase the amount of nutrients present, especially the B vitamins. For those with gluten intolerance, soaking or fermenting gluten-based grains breaks down this difficult to digest plant protein. Studies carried out in Italy have found that people with celiac disease can consume genuine sourdough bread without digestive distress or autoimmune symptoms. A good first step when transitioning to traditionally prepared grains in your home is to soak a pot of breakfast oatmeal overnight. Many older people will remember that the instructions on the oatmeal box recommended an overnight soak before cooking. This was before the advent of quick oats and microwavable oatmeal packets, which caused people to gradually forget this beneficial traditional practice. To make oatmeal the old-fashioned way, mix 1 cup of rolled oats with 1 cup of filtered water and 2 tablespoons of yogurt, buttermilk, lemon juice, or cider vinegar. Cover and leave on the counter overnight or for a minimum of 7 hours. It's important for the oats to soak in a warm kitchen or cupboard, not in a cold refrigerator. After soaking, add 1 cup of additional water and sea salt, bring to a boil, reduce heat, cover and simmer for several minutes. Serve in a warm bowl with plenty of butter or cream. A whole natural sweetener and fruit or nuts can also be added. Pancake batter is easily soaked by mixing 2 cups of fresh whole grain flour with 2 cups of filtered water and 2 tablespoons of liquid whey, buttermilk, lemon juice, or cider vinegar. After mixing, cover and leave on the counter overnight or for up to 24 hours. When soaking is complete, drain off any excess water, blend in 2 eggs, a half a teaspoon sea salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 2 tablespoons of butter, and fry as usual using a healthy oil like ghee or coconut oil. While rice is gluten-free and lower in phytic acid than most other grains, soaking prior to cooking is still best for those with any type of digestive complaint. To prepare, mix 2 cups of short grain brown rice with 4 cups of filtered water plus 4 tablespoons yogurt, buttermilk, lemon juice, whey, or cider vinegar, and leave covered on the counter for a minimum of 7 hours. Bring to a boil, skim off any foam, reduce heat, and stir in salt and butter. Cover tightly and cook on low for about 45 minutes. Like grains, legumes contain phytic acid and enzyme inhibitors and require a careful soak before cooking. For kidney-shaped beans, put beans, a pinch of baking soda, and enough water to cover in a large pot and soak for 12 to 24 hours. For non-kidney-shaped beans, like black beans and other legumes, soak with water and 1 tablespoon of cider vinegar or lemon juice for every cup of dried legumes used. For maximum digestibility, it is best to rinse and refresh the water and baking soda or the acidic medium once or twice during the soaking period. Once soaking is complete, drain, rinse, and add fresh water and bring to a boil. Reduce heat, add a few cloves of peeled and crushed garlic if desired, and simmer for 4 to 8 hours until soft. If you've had trouble with bloating and gas from beans in the past, try the traditional method of preparation and notice how much more easily they settle in your stomach. Fortunately, there are plenty of good quality breads on the market to buy that are traditionally prepared. While more expensive than commercial brands, they are decidedly more filling, so you will find that you eat much less. To choose the best breads, look for sourdough or sprouted breads made from freshly ground organic flour, without any additives such as gluten, soy flour, or vegetable oils. Be aware that if a sourdough bread has yeast in the list of ingredients, that it is not a true sourdough loaf. The sourdough bread I buy has only 3 ingredients: organic spelt flour, salt, and water. Be sure to refer to the Weston A. Price shopping guide, which lists many excellent brands, to seek out small, local producers. You can order genuine sourdough breads if necessary. Until next time, this is Sarah Pope, the Healthy Home Economist and Weston A. Price Chapter Leader, wishing you all the very best in the kitchen.